In today's video, I want to show you guys on how you can make a time blocking template in Google Sheets in under 8 minutes. So that way you can keep your weekly schedule organized and consolidated in one place. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Okay, so here I am on a new Google Sheets document. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and create my my headers. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to type in time. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to type in the date. Now, again, you can feel free to start with Monday or Sunday, however you prefer. But I like starting with my week with Monday and then ending it with the weekend with Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 12/1 here for basically today, which is December 1st, 2025. Again, if you're doing this January, whatever week you're on, write down the first day that you want. And if you stretch it 6 more times here to make it a full week, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to H, you can see here that the dates will automatically populate. Now, what you can do for these dates is if you don't like the format of 12/1, you can actually go ahead and go over to format, go to number, and then click custom date and time over here. So I like it to be kind of like, the day, and then comma, the month and the date. Okay, so the way I can do that is you can actually make your own format here on the top if you just kind of delete everything here. Okay, so I'm going to add the day, so add day, comma, so I want it to be like Monday, and then I will add the date, or the month actually, the month and then the date. Okay, month, and then in order to add the day again, you just add the day again like this. So I want it to be the abbreviation. So for example, it's like Monday, comma, December. So it'll be month as abbreviation. And then the day here is just day without leading zeros. And actually add a space here in between. So then it becomes like this. So perfect. Okay, so then that way when you change it to whatever day, it'll become the exact same format as this format. Okay, so again, it's completely up to you how you want to format it, but that's just the way I want to format mine. Now, underneath time here, you can go ahead and also define what time you want to start. Usually you start your days. And the most earliest time that I start and wake up is going to be at 6 a.m. So you can just type in 6 a.m. here and it will, again, automatically format that. If you want to change the formatting, you can, again, go ahead and do the same thing to format, number, and then you do custom date and time where you could customize the hours, minutes. But I actually like the way this is formatted, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just keep that formatting there, and I'm going to go ahead and actually start incrementing it by 30 minutes. So it depends how much intervals you want to time block, obviously, but I like to do it mine in 30 minutes. So you can go ahead and do that, and then once you drag it all the way out, you can drag it all the way to whatever day or whatever time your day ends. So I end my day at midnight. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 12 a.m. here. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of center align everything here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a center align for all my stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size of these headers. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size of time to maybe about 12. And then same here with this as well. Okay, so I'm going to go 12 for the row going down, and then the time, this column going down here as well. I'm going to bold these. So I'm gonna make them into like headers. So I'm just clicking it and hitting Control B or just hitting bold. Now that I have the time blocking schedule, I want to create a to-do list, okay, of what I'm doing this week, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna type in item. I'm gonna type in description. I'm gonna type in status, and then number of hours that it takes to complete this item, or that I prefer to do this this item this particular week. Okay. You could again change the sizing of description, change the sizing of item a little bit here. Status, we're going to make that into a drop down later, but I'm going to go ahead and actually center align this top one as well. So you could just click the first row already and then center align it again to apply the changes to these rows. We can actually create an alternating color here. So if you just select all the way down till 12 a.m. here and all the way down to your last day of the week, or whatever whatever time you end at, select all that, go to format and click alternating colors here. And what that does is that it will actually alternate the colors for you depending on the color of your choice. Okay, so you can go ahead and make it yellow, you can go ahead and make it blue. I personally like this yellow, and then make sure you have this header checked. Okay, if you don't, the header doesn't get a nice little highlight color here that's different from the other rows. Okay, and now once you're satisfied, just go ahead and click done here. I'm going to go ahead and also shrink this column I and match the color of this to that yellow. Okay, so you can go ahead and just pick it from that, and there you go. You just use this eyedropper tool here to kind of copy the color. Okay, perfect. Now when you add a another row here, you can create an insert one row above, and this is just for titling purposes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and merge this. It's center aligned as well. I'm gonna type in weekly schedule up here. I'm gonna merge these ones J through M as well, and now that's row 1. I'm gonna center align it again if I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna do to-do list here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and change the color of this to maybe blue, like a darker blue here, and change the font color to white. Okay, so it just adds a nice little contrast. Again, I'm gonna try to copy this color. If you forgot which color you picked, you can just always use the eyedropper tool and then pick the font color to white. And then I can go ahead and kind of increase this font size here to make it a nice and big header. Now I'm gonna go ahead also and kind of increase the size of these cells, okay, just so that way it's a little bit spread out and I can write more stuff in it. And then the last thing that I want to do is I want to create a text wrapping. Okay, so all of these stuff here, all these columns from B to H, they are center aligned, and then also I want them to text wrap. And then I also want them to be vertically aligned in the middle. So what that means is that, you know, whenever I create something here, it will wrap that text and then it will be aligned in the middle wherever it lands. Okay, same thing here as well. Maybe the time column, you also want it to be vertically aligned right in the middle, so then that way that 7 a.m. that was sitting down there earlier, it'll become right in the middle here. Okay, the only thing that I can think of is just adding these statuses here. So you can go ahead and grab maybe like, you know, however many items you think you're gonna have in a week, maybe about 20, or, you know, so I'm grabbing 20 columns down here, hitting right click here and clicking drop down on the right click. And then when I do that, you can kind of scroll here and just check that you can make drop downs like get started, you know, and then this is in progress, or not yet started, I guess, in progress. So not yet started, you can go ahead and use red. In progress is, you know, yellow. Done is green, and then not, you know, NA is blue. Okay, you just go ahead and hit done here. Your weekly schedule is done. Now if you want to time block something, what you can do is, let's say you have an activity from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. okay, what you can do now is, you know, you grab the 8 a.m. and go all the way up to this 10:30 mark, obviously before the 11 a.m. and then you just hit merge cells here. Once you hit merge cells, it becomes this one big block. You just type in what you want to do, and then you can always just bold it. You can always change the fill color here to, you know, however you want to categorize this. Okay, so you can have this, for example, this light magenta here, and then you can synchronize it here to, you know, getting up and getting ready for work. Okay, so when you do that, you can also enable text wrapping here for the item in the description as well, in case you want to, you know, have it wrap like this, or you can also center align it. I like it to be left aligned for the to-do list, but again, up to you. And then this is, you know, not yet started, description. Hopefully I don't take 3 hours to get up and get ready for work, obviously, but yeah, so now you can see here that this is exactly how you would implement this time blocking schedule. Bold this and color code it to make sure that you can see however many of these you have on your schedule to have it match to your color blocking template. You could templatize this, and you can just rename this bottom one as a template. And then what you can do is you can also obviously duplicate it, so that way, you know, when it comes next week rolls around, you can just do 12/8 or whatever week it is, and then stretch it all the way down here, so this becomes 12/14 or, you know, 1/13, whatever your day of the week it is, and then you guys can populate it, you know, accordingly to your week. Hopefully you find this time blocking tracker useful. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.